Hello guys, this is Focus on Form, week number 8. We're gonna focus on the core. When we run, or like any other movement, sport, it comes from the core. Meaning the easiest example is if I throw a ball and I don't engage my core, my ball is gonna go really close to me, right? Whereas if I start my contraction here, my action, and then core to extremity, I can create force power at the extremity starting here. Same for running. It may be just less, it's easy to kind of be turned off actually when we get lazy, we zoned out, because we just focus on or rely on our legs to do the work. Whereas if I tighten that up, and then my movement go down to the extremity. So my force is at my midline. It's also my stability. So do keep that in mind. Run with your core, with your gut, if you want to think about it. Imagine that at every step, someone is punching you in the belly, so you're really tight. As well, be aware that in the core, so that whole section, so there's an axis going on as we run, mechanically speaking. You have the hip and the shoulder. Those two axes, as I walk or run, they do this, one from the other. So as I'm stepping forward that way, that shoulder go back, right? So there's like a rotation of those two axes this way. Kind of just to be aware of it, meaning I can reinforce that power generated by that. So if I just don't pay attention or don't use that at all, I'm gonna look, I don't know, this is not gonna move, this is not gonna move. I'm just gonna wobble my way forward in a strange way. Whereas as I'm doing those rotation, I can force them to go at the maximum power from my core. So kind of like when you're paddling, I'm gonna paddle that way. So again, it's at the core to the extremity that I'm creating that force, not just my arm, but my core. My arms finishes the move. And so as I'm pushing that way, I can also, this guy help even more and go to the extent of that torsion. You know, it's basically a torsion. So not only I'm gonna do this, but don't let that just follow the end. First, at the minimum, just stabilize, right? And at the maximum, exaggerate going forward. So you're really torquing at every way the muscle power from that core. So that's paddling, right? So running is the same. Just see the image. Finally, or also, so my midline, along with my neck, I want to keep my neck in a neutral position, meaning I don't want to bend my neck forward, even though we can want to see where we're going on the ground, but remind yourself to stay upright. So stay tall, keep a neck in a neutral position, because the head is one of the heaviest thing on us. And if we just bend a tiny bit just forward on a 5K, you might not feel it, but on a 100-miler, you're gonna feel all that muscles in the back are just trying to hold this heavy weight to not fall. So you're wasting energy there. So just stay neutral. So stay tall, stay proud in that sense. If you want to look at the ground, look with your eyes and not with your head. So this is it's tall, it's tight, and then I again enforce that core rotation, that trunk rotation as much as I can. And so this way the work is done here, and you can just relax the legs. So often I will say that, relax your legs. And kind of in the last 7, when we're gonna have our foot placement with the mid foot first, but then relax your foot. So in the end, think about it. A lot of the time, you can just check, do system check. And how are my legs and my feet? Are they doing all the work? So just reinverse this. They are accessory. They are helping this, the core, the generator of doing the power of running. Focus on from number 8.